So the good news is, we're still alive, and we are no longer dreaming. The bad news is we may have fallen into a dream world, also known as Wonderland. Brace for impact when we get to the end of this tunnel. I'm just saying it's going to hurt. Like, real bad, or not at all. Things don't make sense here. Here we are, the door to Wonderland, and beyond it, a wild world of imagination or something along those lines. However, we are off by miles. We aren't supposed to be here until the end of our journey, when our sanity is at its lowest. And due to this being some sort of deep psyche Wonderland, it's not the true Wonderland. So I've made it so that when you enter that door, you get sent back to your mindscape, the higher parts of your brain. And if you're wondering how I did that, just remember, I'm not actually here. I'm just your mind's physical manifestation of protection. Don't ask me why I manifested. Explain that to yourself. The main problem is you're going to have to figure out how to get out of the mindscape from that room. And the problem is you're probably going to be lured back into Dream Wonderland, as we will call it, by an entity known as Alice. She's a monster girl, so you should have no trouble, but she's a little bit tricky. So let's go over that. Alice is a fiend-type monster girl, and their family is the family of succubus. Their habitats are unknown, their natures are docile, and their diets is the essence of human men. The Alice is a mutation of the succubus, with a curiously innocent appearance. Alices are a subrace born from ordinary succubi on very rare occasions. It is exceedingly rare to encounter one. Despite being adult monsters of the succubus family, Alice gives the false impression of unblemished, wholesome ignorance. In fact, it is said that they do not even know that their sustenance is the essence of human men. However, though they are succubi who do not actively attack human men, and their temperaments seem to be docile, their appearance is deceiving. They follow their succubus instincts to appear before human men. As mentioned, they do not attack men in the way of most of monster kind. Instead, they cling to them playfully and unwittingly attempt to seduce them, depending on a faint seductive magic emitted from their bodies. After an extended period of time spent with an Alice, a man is likely to attract her and furnish her with his seed through sexual intercourse. Curiously, after orgasm, the Alice returns to a virginal state and loses all recollection of the act. Despite this, a faint unconscious memory is left in her body, an echo of the pleasure he gave her, the taste of his essence, her strong love and desire for him, as well as all the techniques and erogenous zones she became familiar with during their exchange. Nor does she forget any of the conversations they had. For example, if the man tells the Alice, "I love you," during sex, she'll remember his words and claim afterward, "You're my lover, dear brother." Thereafter, each time the two joins, the Alice's memories make her body more and more sensitive to pleasure as it unconsciously reenacts the techniques she learned previously. This allows her to extract an increased quantity of essence from the man. As her feelings for him increase, her innocent wish to give him her first time stays the same, though the manner in which it is enacted grows increasingly wild and vulgar. Through this process, the Alice remains forever an unstained and innocent monster, all while collecting essence and developing into an ever more powerful succubus who exudes stronger seductive magic and pleases a man in remarkable ways. Like the succubus proper, the Alice turns a man into an incubus over the course of repeated sexual encounters. Unlike the succubus, however, the Alice does not seize the man or abduct him to the monster realm. Even so, once the man has become an incubus, he is, to all intents and purposes, her slave, as his first actions will always be to protect her and give her his essence. Incidentally, Alices exhibit a strange fondness for rabbits. When an Alice sees a were-rabbit restlessly hopping around, the Alice will follow her. In most cases, upon becoming aware of the Alice's presence, the were-rabbit will turn about and make sport with her. This behavior has been observed many times without exception. The reason behind it, however, remains a mystery. The good news is that this little showcase here is actually your way of getting out. On the count of 3, I'm going to throw you in it, and you have to do your best to find the exit located in the habitat it's showcasing. I know that sounds a little confusing because there's different habitats you might encounter for different monster girls when we do this multiple times, eventually. So do your best to find it. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, in you go! Thank you for watching the video about the Alice Monster Girl. If you enjoyed it so much, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you out in the field. Good hunting, everyone.